Hello, welcome back to Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. I am Pam and I am a crocheter who knits a bit. I live in sunny, hot Southern California in the Inland Empire, about an hour away from Los Angeles. On this channel, we do what? We kick it old school style. So I do not edit. So get your pen and pad out and let's take some notes. I do leave links in the description box for you, so please check the description box. This is a quick video. I have something cute and fun to share with you guys. I hope everybody is doing okay, keeping cool, and please stay hydrated. Well, you may have seen I did a short for YouTube and then I posted on IG. Lately, I've been making something fun. Dinosaurs. I've dipped my toe into the amigurumi pool and I'm actually having fun with it, stepping outside of my comfort zone, trying something new and different, and I'm enjoying it. I started making dinosaurs because, let me give you the backstory. I am a huge fan of Jurassic Park. And as you know, another sequel came out just a couple of days ago. And one of my great nieces, two of them, they are having a combination party and they rented out the theater. So I can't wait. I'm making this ahead of time because I made the dinosaurs for them. I'm going to give it to them as a present. Of course, my sister claimed one already, and that's fine. So once I started making them, I totally couldn't stop. So I'm stoked about Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. That's one of my favorites. Of course, Jaws. That's an all-time favorite with all of the sequels. I love certain movies that have sequel after sequel after sequel. So I'm excited about that, and I'm looking forward to it. So you'll probably see this after the fact, but I wanted to show you the dinosaurs because I won't have them anymore, and let you know the fun tutorial that I found on how to make them, because I'm a tutorial girl. I do have patterns, but I prefer to follow a tutorial step by step by step, and I was not disappointed with this one. The tutorial is by Zack, Z-A-C-K, Zack Crochet, and I will leave that link below for you. Brontosaurus's rule. So here's my first one. How stinking cute is this? Now, for those of you that might not know, I do put a ladybug on everything that I make. That is my signature. I have a special bond with ladybugs that goes all the way back to my childhood. So, and I did put my my label on this one also too. So here is a beautiful Brontosaurus. I think this is so cute. I did use safety eyes. I got a box of safety eyes some time ago. Thank you, you know who you are. So I use safety eyes. And this yarn is Bernat Blanket. Now, when Zack makes his dinosaurs, he does use Bernat Blanket. I think he uses a J hook. I went up to a 6.5 with this. And the only thing that you have to sew on is the tail. And that's what I really liked about his tutorial. Oh, here's a couple of tips. Watch the tutorial all the way through. I always do that twice. And what I would do is skip to the part where you make the feet and then skip to the part where you make the tail. And then you'll have those already done, because he has you go through part of it and then you stop and you make the tail and things like that. So you don't want to be in the middle of making part of the body and then you have to cut your yarn or anything like that. So I say make the tail first, make your feet first like he shows you, and then skip and make the tail. and then you'll be all set. Go back to where you start attaching the feet and going around and making the body and going all the way up, and it's just fabulous. So I call this one Blue Note. This one my sister already claimed. Oh, excuse me for one moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. If you hear any noise, it's my air conditioning. It is smoking hot here, believe me. So back to the Brontosaurus. I named this one Blue Note because of the beautiful Bernat blanket yarn. I think this colorway is called Mixed Blues or something like that. Really pretty yarn. I went to my stash and I used what I had. So this is the first dinosaur that I made. Next up, look at this. This colorway is called Harvest. This is also Bernat blanket yarn. These stitches are a little bit tighter. I used the same size hook, the same exact size hook. This yarn, even though it's Bernat blanket, it's a little bit coarser. Hang on, let me check the sound. I didn't think about that. Okay, I'm sorry. I hope you could hear me before because I don't edit and I don't want to do over. So turn your volume up. So anyway, I know this colorway is called Harvest and it's a little bit coarser. I found that even with the same yarn, Bernat blanket, this is much softer. The stitches are a little bit looser, and this one tight as a drum, but still came out wonderful. I love how the colorway made kind of like a pattern. That is so cool. That's super cool. So these were made with Bernat blanket and a 6.5 millimeter hook. Now, because I was just on a super dinosaur kick and they were coming out super cute, I got out my bucket of Big Twist Posh. So I thought, let me use up, what I have here. All of this whole bucket is Big Twist Posh. So this is, of course, it's thinner than your Bernat blanket. This is considered 5 weight. So I thought, okay, and this feels really good, and it was easier for me to see the stitches with this. So I decided to make a couple of more. So here is one made out of Big Twist Posh. And there's my ladybug. I did put my label on it. I used safety eyes. Super cute, right? So cute. And you can see the stitch definition. Now, what I didn't do is I still went over when I did my double crochets, or this may be single, I'm not sure, double, instead of going under. And when you go under, you can tell because it makes a different pattern. A cool thing about this too is he has you stitch the back closed, and he shows you step by step how to do that. And it's really cool because it took me a minute to get it really going good, because you can see here that's kind of zigzaggy. This was like, okay, I'm getting better, and just follow his instructions to the letter and you'll have a nice, cool looking dinosaur. Hold on, let me get a safety eye because I want to show a little trick. Hang on. Okay, I promise no more interruptions. I wanted to show this because, Denisha, are you there? This is for you. When I posted on Instagram, she had made a comment that she was going to start doing the dinosaurs. She thought they were really cute. She couldn't get her safety eyes to stay in. And I was having the same problem. So here's a safety eye. Pardon my nails. And there is the back of it. So usually they have you put the safety eye. Can you guys see that? They have you put the tab on this way and push it down. and sometimes it pops back out. So what I did just on a whim is I took this and I flipped it around so that the circular side is facing you. You see that? And if you push that all the way back, it's not coming off. Is push it all the way back. I don't want to do that because I can use the safety eye. But all you do is flip the tab open. Put the open side of the back of the safety eye on instead of the other way. And once you push this all the way back, it's staying. I tried the small tabs first on this and it'll stay. So if you have small tabs or medium tabs, whichever one, see what works, push it all the way back and it's not going anywhere. Then I take a lighter and I melt the black part of it and then take the butt of the lighter and push it down. It's not going anywhere. Now, have I singed? Excuse me, have I singed the yarn? Yeah, but not too bad. It's on the inside of the dinosaur. You can't see it, it's all sewn up. So that's a trick with the safety eye. So moving on to the next dinosaur, which I put way over here. Then I kind of got a little creative. And so I took some purple and some brown and voila. That's what I came up with. Now, you're probably wondering, how did you do that? He has you make the feet first. So you make 4 different color feet, and then you make the base of the body. So I made these in the same color, and then as you start to build the dinosaur, you attach your feet as you're crocheting. You crochet your feet into the body. That's what I love about this, because you're not sewing. The only thing you're sewing is your tail, and you stitch up the back. So cut off an extra piece of yarn, maybe about that big, and save it for stitching up the back. Do those things first. Make your feet first, skip ahead and make your tail, and then cut off enough to sew the back up. And then you're set. Go back to where you start your base and you build up your dinosaur, and then you're good to go. You won't be cutting your yarn or anything like that. But that's how I did that. I made the tail, so I used the, this is kind of like a pinkish, this is not, color is blowing out. But, and then what I did was, I have to get better at not having a stair step there. I added this on right when I came up here, and then just finished this off here, and then I stopped and I put the brown back on. So there's that Brontosaurus. Now, then I got really colorful and I did this one. And this one is kind of like my favorite. My sister tried to claim this one too, but I said, no, you already got blue note, so no. So this one, I took a lot of the colors that were in here. See the orange and the green and the blue. All of this is Big Twist Posh. And look, so now look, there's an orange foot, a purple foot, a tan foot, and a green foot. So how did you do that? Okay, remember he has you make the feet first, separately. So you end up with 4 little feet. And then, so you can make them any color you want. Then he has you make the body. So then you just attach your feet by crocheting like he tells you to. So you can be creative with your feet. You can have different color foot like I did here. And then I just made the tail and I stopped, added orange, stopped, added green. And then you have to, I forgot to tell you about cutting off a piece to sew your tail on too. Be sure you do that as well, because you have to sew your tail on to the back. And he shows you how to do that step by step without it coming off. So I do have, a little wonkiness on some of these, but I thought they were cute. This little flower, one of my subscribers gave me this when she sent me some happy mail. You know who you are. Thank you. And to be honest with you, this is covering up a really noticeable color jog between the here and here. So I was like, no, I can't. And I'm not going to go back. It just bothered me. So I thought, oh, I'll put a flower there. And that ended up being very, very, boop, very cute. Safety eyes. Put the back end opposite way, and it's not coming off. It's not going anywhere. So I have all of these little guys and the big guys, and I had fun doing these. I really did. I enjoyed it, and these are going to be gifts for what the thing that I'm doing, that I'm going to. Also, too, on my feed, it popped up market bags, because market bags are usually really popular during this time of year. And I saw one that said Aldi market bag. And I thought, oh, how cute. And one of the other, she's in our group where we do the seasonal yarny YouTube hop, and I'll see if I can get her channel name and put it there. I saw where she had made an Aldi bag also too, and then she filmed herself going to Aldi, you know, and things like that. So my mom is a big fan of Aldi, and we have one right down the street from us. So the interesting thing about this is that she made the little pouch to put your quarter in, and I thought that was super cute. So I'm not finished with this, but I thought I would show it to you anyway, and I'm keeping it in this beautiful bag. You guys know I love project bags. And then I tell you guys, get a pack of index cards, write all of your information on there. For instance, look how marked up this index card is for the Brontosaurus. I have all of my notes on here, so when I went back, I just looked at different things, because I tick rows off as I go along. You do have to count. You do have to count and keep track, but keep it in, it goes right in your bag, so convenient. And then I file these, just, you know, keep them in order, shawls, scarves, you know, things like that. I want to look back on and make something. I have a habit of making things several times. So this is the Aldi Bag crochet pattern. It's a tutorial by Maggie May Crochet, and I think somebody else did it before she did, but I saw hers, and that's the one that I used. I like it a lot. It's very detailed, and I haven't gotten to the part where I'm just getting there to make the little quarter holder, but I thought that was super cute. It comes in, I think, small, medium, and large, and mine is turning out to be a small, which is fine. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook because I crochet and I knit very tight, so I didn't want to have like a little tiny Barbie doll bag. So I went to my stash and I found some Karen cotton cakes. And I like this colorway, Grape Jam. So there's purple in here, there's gray, there's white, very pretty colorway. And I would suggest using a variegated yarn for this, that way you have a colorful market bag. So this is what I have so far. I've been working on it. I love how she has you just go around and around and around. You start here, you make this section first, and then you drop down and start doing your mesh. Then you do your handles, you connect them, and then you're literally just crocheting around and around and around until you want to build up your handle. So I'm almost done. I think I'm going to do a couple of more rounds. But isn't this cute? And she just calls it the Aldi market bag. And then the little quarter holder is another, there's a tutorial underneath here. It's attached to her tutorial where she shows you how to make the little quarter holder. So I'm going to leave the link for you. And that's it. Super fun, super cute, super summery. A lot of the farmers markets are going right now. And even, just going to Aldi's. That way you'll have your bag and you'll have your quarter all ready to go. I thought that was cute. This is easy and fun to make. So I'm going to finish that up. And then I will probably post it on YouTube under post. Okay? So that's all I have for now. I just wanted to share with you guys real quick. I hope everybody is doing well, staying cool, staying hydrated, and remember to always be kind, because once you say something, you cannot take it back. So I will see you next time. Take care.